This week, a fabulous photo of a crater in Utopia, Planitia on Mars popped up in my inbox. This giant crater on Mars is eye-catching not only for its size, but for its smoothness, a hint that water ice has likely played a role in its past. When the asteroid that carved out this crater made impact, it likely melted some ice, launching both rock and liquid water out and away. Now the crater stretches over 8 kilometers, roughly 5 miles wide. As ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter passed overhead, the spacecraft nearly failed to fit the entire feature inside its field of view. Also in my inbox this week, the Planetary Society's Member Digest posed a question for their members to vote on. How likely do you think it is that humans will land on Mars by 2035? That's a picture of my vote, although that isn't exactly where I wanted to place it, but I let go of the little interactive balloon too soon, and then I couldn't get it back. Technology sometimes makes me go, "Arr!" Oh well, my single vote isn't going to make us or prevent us from getting to Mars by 2035. Humans have been dreaming about living on the Moon, Mars, and more for a lot longer than one might suspect. So I started to wonder just how long have we been imagining living somewhere else among the stars rather than Earth? If you want to go way, way back, you could say that the Mahabharat, 400 BCE, was one of the first to see humans, King Rafti, depart the Earth to some other far-off place, in this case to meet the creator Brahma. The king then returns to Earth to find many ages have passed. This might better qualify for the first time travel story. Another really interesting example is the lesser-known part of Dante's Divine Comedy, Heaven, in 1472. Dante travels to the moons of all the known at that time planets in our solar system and meets humans who have in a sense colonized those moons after death. Traveling closer to our time, how about the Martian Chronicles from 1951 by Bradbury, which deals with humanity having to colonize Mars in response to the approaching atomic destruction of Earth? This sounds really familiar and is a theme for many stories, TV shows, and movies. It also seems to be the newest NASA plan. Actually, NASA has been heavy into seeking to colonize or inhabit the Moon, Mars, or more since the 1970s. Take a look at these pictures. The first is an illustration of a toroidal colony. Guidice, or in true Italian it should be pronounced Guidice, was a NASA-affiliated artist during the 1970s. He generated visuals of what space accommodation might look like. In this next picture, this is people hanging out in their Bernal space habitat. And in the third photo, this one of a double-cylinder space colony. He was an amazing illustrator. The desire and excitement to explore and live in space and possibly on another planet has not diminished, although the discussion swells and wanes in the news. But in case you've been waiting on that luxury space hotel we talked about quite a while ago, the one being created by Orion Span and is going to be called the Aurora Station, the one that had a price tag of $9.2 million per guest for a 12-day stay, it seems that the company ceased operations in 2022. Or did it? I just found an updated article, updated on January 20th on 2024, stating that the price tag has gone up to $9.5 million. It has a link to help you book your place on the waiting list for a stay in the future Aurora luxury space capsule. It costs $80,000 to hold your spot on the list, and apparently the list is growing. Somehow, I think I'll wait to read the reviews on Expedia.